Warning, some viewers may find the following footage deeply disturbing. For more awesome content, like and subscribe now. Lock and load, bitches.
I didn't realize I was still in the Friday studio. Holy crap.
That is a pretty badass thumbnail, though.
So, yeah, do you like the? So I was talking on the other one because I started the Friday show by mistake. Sorry about that. Everybody who was here, y'all were smarter than me this morning. Damn it!
We wondered why there was nobody in the chat.
Yeah, no wonder. Cause I was. Damn it! That's what I get for trying to do them both at the same time. So yeah, so it made the thumbnail, and then it suggested the words, and I told it to put the words in, and it did it, and I thought that was pretty cool.
What program did you use?
Just Gemini, regular Google Gemini, because it's got Nano Banana built into it, and that's what it come up with.
I've been using Nano a lot. Mainly because it keeps the same character if you're using a character.
Before I talk about the thing, can I your little comment back to me, JT?
Oh,
JT's like, I missed the videos where you go in Walgreens and make all the noise. And we stopped because what's the one thing you're traveling? What's the one thing I've told you over and over? Know where there are clean, accessible bathrooms, and so Walgreens generally has that. And I had to use the bathroom, and I'm like, man, I'm in here. What have they got for noisemakers? Nothing that clapped, nothing that danced, nothing that sang, nothing.
That's horrible.
I'm like, I was ready. I remember to do it, and I guess I have to wait till Halloween's over. I guess they'll bring out Christmas. So for those of you waiting,
usually they have some Halloween noise.
Normally there's dogs that make noise or ghouls. Or nothing.
Bastards.
Nothing. All right, so the title of the show. So all you folks that just sell eBay, and you think that one of my stores is just 3 days after delivery is when you get payment. Primo's talked about this as well. If you haven't checked out Primo, he was announced as the fourth P in the pod on the Profit Playbook podcast this past week. It almost comes as if you treat it like a check. I put weekly payments on. It comes a payment every week. It's all right. But what if I told you that I sold an item on Amazon on 8/15? It was a camera. It was $250. I made $75 more than I would have made on eBay. Fees were less, and so it's a pretty good deal. About $100 net more than I would have on. If you sold it on 8/15, what if I told you your money would not be in your bank account till 10/15? That you were going to finance Amazon's customer for 60 fucking days. Are you still in? Is it worth the extra money to wait 60 days for your money?
How many times over the years has that happened, though?
They're not going to pay you interest. They're not going to do it. Okay, funny you say that, Steve. Last week on one of these shows, I looked down and I'm like, oh, wow, an $800 sales order. That's amazing. This was 9/15, whatever I was doing on 9/15. I will not receive payment on the 9th for that until 10/30. Until Halloween is when
that is crazy.
Amazon goes, this is our customer. You've got to ship this within 24 hours or we're going to, all the threats they come up with is ship within 24 hours or risk cancellation, risk metrics to your metrics. I get it shipped out just like I'm supposed to. And Amazon goes, just kidding. We'll give you your money in 47 days. Just kidding.
That's a big chunk of money with the two.
Okay, so John was on earlier, and they're holding a big number for him. This is something that happens. But me as a small seller, they're holding $1,000 hostage. $1,000 is what they're holding. $993 to be exact. I can see someone in a room somewhere when the office is going, how can we increase sales? The bosses said, the Amazon bosses have told us that if we don't come up with an idea, they're going to fire us. Well, business customers, what can we do to get business customers? Let's give them net 30 terms, and well, they're not really going to go for that, and make the seller pay for it. And you put your evil laugh in there. We know the boss will take this, and they all got promoted for that. Yeah, so there you go.
I don't know if they got promoted. It's Amazon. They probably just got to keep their job, but.
So they're I'm gonna have to put up some kind of automation for this.
It's my money and I want it now.
I'll be real fucking gentle.
Welcome to the world's worst reseller.
Good morning,
Is he even
y'all.
a reseller?
You bunch of happy old farts.
Yeah. So yesterday, Johnny and I. Okay, so yeah, you just don't know how lucky y'all are that I'm here today. All 55 of y'all, thank you so much for joining us. I confused the hell out of you by starting the other show. Hopefully nobody's over there watching that now. I should go delete it. Y'all are very fortunate I'm here today and not dead and not. And speaking of that, I don't mean to wish to really tie these two together, but if you're not paying attention, as of 2 days ago, Dusty's been gone 4 years.
Has it been 4 years?
4 years. So when Monday morning, Johnny said his sister Heather reposted his obituary and said, I can't believe it's been 4 years. It's been 4 years. So yeah. So anyway,
Mr. Sadie did a video about it. I didn't watch it because I didn't want to watch it, but
so here we are. I wake her ass up at 4, or she wakes me up at 4 o'clock. We leave the house at 5 o'clock. I only had like 3.5 hours sleep, so I was kind of dragging. I'm drinking my coffee. We are 6 miles away from the house, and if there's the road makes a hard 90, and it makes a hard 90 back to go through. And in the second hard 90, I need to be able to illustrate this.
oh boy.
Where's the peacemaker? Hey, Steve, entertain.
I don't know how to entertain.
Hard 90.
Hard 90. That sounds like a
problem.
Sounds like a problem you need to discuss with your doctor.
Yeah, it sounds like a porn movie thing.
Okay, so the road goes like this. So it kind of looks like a stick shift. So we were coming this way. So the main road goes that way. We were following the arrow. So we were right here. We were right here in this corner. There's another car sitting here, waiting to make the turn. There's a car sitting there to make the turn to go there, because they have to. We're on the main road. In order for them to make that to go, it's not a straight because the road technically turns. It's a bank curve. They're making there's a neighborhoods and stuff down there. They're waiting there. Well, a car comes from behind there, never slows down, and hits this. It goes into the other lane around this car waiting to turn, over the median. I don't know how they didn't hit the stop sign, the yield sign, and through there. It's a Mustang. It looked like it was going 60 or 70 miles an hour. Blew the corner. Either they fell asleep or whatever. We are sitting right here at the tip of this arrow. When it blasts through there, if I'm a second faster, and so I'm behind traffic, and normally I'm like right with traffic, but it's because it's 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm not awake yet. I mean, I'm awake, but
apparently the Mustang driver wasn't awake yet.
We're in the car, we're just talking, we're trying to drink coffee, and I'm just leisurely driving the van. I'm telling you, if I'm a second faster, that damn Mustang hits me full blast into the door. No telling what it does to my lovely wife, who has, that's a wake up right there. When I had no problem.
I've often wondered how close to death I've been and not even known it. How many times? I bet it's been a lot.
It happened so fast. Johnny's like, "What the hell was that?" I'm like, "That was that Mustang blowing the corner." I can't imagine they didn't blow tires because they came to a complete stop down the way.
So they didn't wreck out or anything. They just
they took the inside lane or fell asleep and cruised into it, because as it's banked, they'd naturally gone. If they'd hit the other car, it hits me. If they'd have done anything else other than what they did, we're in a bad accident at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's.
I worry a lot
See,
because. Go ahead.
I'm glad that you didn't get hurt, or that y'all didn't get
I'm
involved.
glad they. I'm glad they didn't either because
I
they
wish
didn't
your
wreck or
camera was
anything.
on though.
But
It
every
wasn't.
day,
I need to go check.
anybody that knows you and is not awakened with a message that said, "Reseller's wife in Alabama holds a pillow over his face at night," quoted saying, "I am too tired of his bull. I'm tired of his bullshit." That would be the surprise right there.
You shut up. That woman loves me. Shut up.
And then my wife and Todd's
The headline
wife
might come
and
from
Steve's
Ohio, though.
wife and all these other wives would get subpoenas because they would all get up on the the witness stand and saying, "I'm surprised she hadn't done it 10 years ago."
I don't know.
Oh, we know that she loves you. She's got to love you, Scott.
Well, Tom's bringing the fire this morning.
I'm just kind of pissed off about a couple.
What the fuck's he saying?
Why would all your wives get some penis?
Subpoena.
If I die, why aren't they getting penis?
Scott and Tom, you got to make everything perverted, don't you, Scott?
and that's
Scott he's 55 going on 15.
I can't be the only one who heard that. I can't. JT,
I did not hear
penis.
it. I wish I had heard it. I wish I was the one to make that joke.
You hear what you want to hear, Scott.
I know.
JT, tell me I'm not the only one who heard it that way.
I didn't. I wish I had.
Oh my god.
JT needs to shut up.
See, and Mister heard it that way too. And I can count on the feet, lady. I knew.
I know. You need to spend more time on your OnlyFoots channel.
I can count on the foot, lady. But it's 100% right time. You never know when. So we ended up having a great time. We drove over to Somerville, Georgia, to the Somerville Trade Days. Well, we had screwed up I had screwed up anyway because I forgot that it's 10 miles into Georgia. That the one thing that does for us is puts us in the Eastern time zone. So instead of getting there at 7, like I thought, man, I'm pushing. Why is the GPS saying 8:00? It's crazy. And then it finally dawned on me that we're losing an hour or we're gaining an hour going over there. So whatever so we got there a little before 8. Very clean flea market, very nice flea market. I ran the camera. I'll make the video. I did pick up some. Which ones are the red grapes? Are they the Scuppernons or the Muscadines? I don't know. Whichever ones are the red ones. I got 2 gallons of those, so that's a win. I think I got it on camera with the old man. I told the old man, goes, "You're gonna make jelly with these?" I was like, "No, I'm gonna eat them all." He goes, "Ooh, that might give you diarrhea." Just the coolest old man. It was a nice flea market, very, very clean. I ran into the folks from Warehouse 71 again over there. They're super nice. And then we stopped by a thrift store and they were coming out, so they bought the same thing we did at that thrift store.
Only YouTuber I ever run into is Roman.
Oh God, I just give up.
Roman.
So yeah, yesterday was a lot of fun. We thrifted our way back. We did a little bit of RA, but we thrifted our way back. We did some RA in Walgreens. Picked up a few things. Okay, so here's the funny of the day. Joni, bless her heart. She's not awake yet. She's not gonna watch this show, so I can tell a little story. We stopped somewhere at a grocery store. Yeah, we were at a grocery store. I forget what the name of it was. It was local. It was the United Grocery Outlet or something like that. And I'm like, you think with outlet in the name, their prices are going to be pretty good. Well, turns out no. So Joni wanted some of the Halloween pumpkins, the little candy corn pumpkins. She's like, I just want the ones with pumpkins. I don't want all the rest of them. I'm like, all right, pumpkins. She's like, I'm not paying $7.39 for a bag. And she gets back in the van. She's like, $7.39 for one bag is just too much. I'm going to order on Amazon. Ooh, on Amazon, I can get 3 bags for $21. fucking head was hurting. And I made enough 3 for 21 jokes. Still, she was mad every time I mentioned that now. She's like, well, I would have saved $1.50, so shut up.
When they go on clearance, would everybody send Joni a bag of the pumpkins?
So Walgreens had them buy the smaller bags, buy 2 for like $4.50 or something. So she got some at Walgreens while we were there. But yeah, but the light finally did come on. I started to say something, and she goes, I know it's $7 now. I'm thinking about it. Shut up. Unfortunately, I didn't have that on camera. Man, that would have been incredible right there.
You need to do like Dusty did. You just need to turn the camera on when you get in the car.
And just let it run, yeah.
Let it run.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you what, you get some good shorts out of y'all's conversations.
I bet.
Oh my God! And then I had to hear. So she is obsessed with. This is the Johnny Story Hour on TikTok because she's not the most active person because of all her ailments, and so she watches a lot of TikTok, and she decided that she needs a cow. Well, she needs a cow, a horse, and a pig. But anyway, she's watching animal videos. All I hear is. And we went through somewhere, and I don't know where we were, Alabama, where they had white cows. Anybody ever seen a solid white cow?
Yeah.
There was a whole. I'd never seen one before. Then all of a sudden, there's a whole field. There's a whole field of them.
I think they're called Charolais.
Yeah, they were exactly what they were, Tom. They were Charolais. You're 100%. Johnny had to look them up. They were Charolais. There's like 4 different ones that could be white. Like some Holsteins can be white.
Yeah.
But the Holsteins, that's the one that they look more like regular cows, like Charolais.
Yeah.
So somewhere in the middle of Alabama, near Hanger, Alabama, is a whole field full of white cows. I had to hear over. And then she found mini horses and how the mini horse wouldn't get more than 36 inches tall, and she needed a mini horse. And
that dog doors won't have to get awful big.
How about a miniature dachshund? You can have one of them. But it was just so that's 2 Tuesdays in a row. We've had such a good time. It's good to get out and carry on, and we laughed a lot. And so she's never done a lot of thrifting. I've done all the thrifting this whole time, and most of the time she won't get out of the. Well, yesterday was an exception, and she gets out of the car at all of them except for all the thrift stores she got out at. She didn't do the RA at some of the places I did. She didn't get out at all the Walgreens, but she definitely did the thrift stores, and her wandering around talking about, you could hear they have lost their damn mind.
It's just expensive.
Yeah, some of them were really nice, and some of them were really expensive. She's looking for her stuff. She found one Pyrex bowl for like $4, so that was good.
Was it capital P's or little? I mean, capital Pyrex or little Pyrex?
It was a newer pattern, but it was capital. It was a clear one with blue ribbon flowers or something.
Okay, because I started watching a video about the difference between Pyrex capital and all small.
Yeah, if you put the all small in an oven or something, you're taking your chances. The old glass is really good. The new glass is not so much.
Yeah, it's made with different stuff apparently.
It is correct. There's a different formulation for the glass. So capital Pyrex is what you want.
It's good that you and Joni are getting out and doing some bonding and having some time together. And
so she's definitely going with me to the not this weekend but next, the Reseller Locker Room podcast. It's 4.5 hours from here, so we're going to wander our way. We're supposed to be, the first event happens at 6. So if y'all are interested in that, check out their Facebook group. If Alex was here, I'd let him put in a link, but since he's still asleep, no links for y'all. It's on Facebook, the Reseller Locker Room podcast. I think there's at least 100 people. If you don't want to come see me, Kevin will be there. You come see. It'd be like the circus. Come see the midget picker. I need to make some kind of video like that.
Y'all,
From
there's people that listen to this show and says I hate him because they're 4'9".
How can you hate Kevin? Kevin's a good dude.
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, me. Okay, they can hate watch me then. Yeah, don't hate Kevin. Hate me. It's okay. I can take it. So I think Mike, Death Paw Picker, will be there too, up from Florida. Alex, the faux beard guy, Alex Queen Picker will be there. I think he's actually on the podcast. So there's quite a few people. I don't know. I think Jennifer's going to be there. So if y'all want to hear something, I'll get them on video. If you're listening to Jennifer and Joni at the same time at the same place, oh boy, the accents. I mean, as soon as they start talking, you expect hee-haw music to play in the background.
I don't think Joni has that much of an accent.
Oh man! So her accent gets the more she's around somebody, she'll tell Jennifer, "I can't hang out with you more than a couple of days, Jennifer, because my accent goes crazy and I sound more like you." It's always her when she used to hang out with her sister who's got a terrible accent. I'm like, you speak louder and slower, and you've only been gone 10 minutes. What the hell?
One of my friends, when we graduated from high school, he went into the Air Force, and he was stationed in the United Kingdom for like 10 years by choice. And he would come home to visit, and he sounded like he was born there, you know? And then after they moved back, he lost his accent, and his wife has sort of started talking with a British accent with a southern
British.
Yeah, southern British is a good at. But he said, you know, he would go back to the UK. He'd spend like 2 weeks here and then go back to the UK, and his, you know, their neighbors, because they didn't live on the base, they would say, "Man, you sure do talk funny." And he's like, I would just, you know, what you're around is the accent that you picked up and the pronunciation of words and whatnot. But
so I hope you guys are listing. eBay has been fairly active. A lot of stuff that I list that does not last a long time. So if you're just list the regular way, you don't even have to do it list easier. You can list harder. Just list. I'm telling you, it's just the sheer randomness of stuff which I have been selling.
Is there an update on the status of the border regulations?
There was some rumbling that it would be taken care of within the next 7 days, but like I sold a Simon keychain, a Hot Wheels, a D-Link Gigabit Ethernet switch, a Noroko razor, a Yoshi Switch game, a pair of Alabama Nakona boots, some Bath and Body Works spray. Sorry, Anissa. An HP ink toner, a garden safe concentrate of some sort, a vacuum cleaner head, some Ninja Turtles, a tea maker, some more monster trucks. That's everything I just got to ship today. I mean, it's just the strangest mix of stuff. A lot of things selling. So
my door must be red this week because I ain't sold much.
Sutter's Mill says eBay sales are on fire.
Most people are saying that. So if your eBay sales are not on fire, you're terrible, and please stop selling on eBay and go back to find a regular.
See you later. Guess I suck.
Do you think it's
I've been in
because
every position on the show this morning?
do you think it's because of the people not being able to sell from Canada, or do you think it's just
no? Because I just think it's
summer slowdown's over.
Kids are back in school. Well, most kids are back in school.
The one thing you know is especially from driving yesterday, traffic is a bitch. People are every year more and more and more people buy things online. I think there's at some point we get a cumulative effect of people realizing that for the same price they can have it sent to them or cheaper in a lot of cases. I also think eBay is, if there a lot of people are recognizing that eBay is the flea market of the internet, and you can find damn near anything. And that's the beauty of eBay, is anything if you think of it, go search for it. It's on eBay somewhere in some variety. It is amazing the sheer mass of what. Um, that's the other thing. So Odie is his. If you do whatnot at all, make sure you're following Odie and Amy. Well, follow Amy. Don't necessarily follow Odie, because uh, he doesn't give you the woohoos, and he doesn't. The experience is not the same without Amy. So there you go. But Jennifer's doing very well.
I have to say, my whatnot sales have been, even the marketplace sales have been good. I've been selling the chicken magnets.
Or
I haven't advertised them or anything, or only people browsing found them. So I don't know how they find them, but I know whatnot does list with Google. They come up in Google Shopping.
But a lot of things are selling right now.
My sales have been good, but it's been weird. I'll have like a $500 day and then a $100 day, and I'm like, it makes no sense that
you get
this stuff sales in one day, and then the next
where
day
you're getting a regular day, and then the day that you're supposed to get your promoted sales, that's not there.
asshole.
Did you like that? I thought that was pretty good for right on the fly, right there.
It's an easy go-to with you and me, Scott.
Okay, so don't miss Shane's point. Good morning, Shane. When the economy gets rough, people are going to sell parts. Remember, I told you a statistic that I saw that they polled these families, and 70% of the families bought used clothing for their children for school. Understand that mentality. That mentality, I think, is driving a lot of eBay success. Is the fact that it is much more acceptable. New is never going to go out of fashion, but not being new, having to be new has gone out of fashion. Getting the item is more important than. And I've been saying this for a couple of years. The worse the economy gets, the better the used market gets. It's 100% true. It's also the parts market. People will fix and replace things before they will buy. And then there's just people that like the old stuff.
Yeah, a guy that he moved in 2 doors down, never met him before. He knocked on my door yesterday and he says, "I hear you sell on eBay." And I said, "Yeah." He says, "I'm looking for, there's certain models of the Keurigs that have like the clear plastic water tank that it plugs in so you can take it out to wash it and put it back in."
Right, those tanks are worth good money.
I said, "Yes, I do." And he says, "I'm looking for this. Do you have one on eBay?" And I said, "I have one, but it's not on eBay yet." He said, "I'll buy it from you." So I sold it for him. Sold it to him. I was listening to somebody, I don't know who they were. You know how they just scroll through YouTube videos. They were talking about the people that was in his group were talking about they're trying to ship faster. Yes, I have 3-day shipping, but I'm trying to get it shipped faster, as fast as possible, because they're trying to sort of compete with Amazon about getting stuff to people faster. Is anybody doing that, or have you changed your shipping habits? Or
I ship every day. Well, except for yesterday. I didn't ship yesterday because we weren't here, but I shipped until like 4 o'clock Tuesday, Monday, so to make up for it.
Yeah, I got 2-day shipping on, but I always ship next day unless I'm heading out to garage sales on Friday.
Yeah, LS Basher. I think Ping answered your question. I think she's right. In order to get your final value fees back on eBay, you must give a full refund. They're not going to refund your fees without a full refund, I think.
Did you see this thing from Southern Vermont? He says, "I have DoorDash bring me parts from the parts store." DoorDash, I've seen advertisements where DoorDash is getting into delivering everything.
Yep.
So And if you're not taking advantage of Walmart too, so I was at one Walmart here, called Joni and said, "Hey, do you need anything?" And she's like, "This, and this." And of those three things, they didn't have two of them. And I'm like, she's like, "Well, put the first one back." I'm like, "It's in my cart. What do you mean put it back?" She says, "I need it to get to the minimum value on Walmart because I'm placing a Walmart order to get the other two items." I'm like, and then I get home and like a couple hours later, Walmart brings all the stuff. I also found out so if you need larger boxes, so anything in the smaller boxes, like 12.66 or 10.86 and lower, Supply Hut, Code Bearded, that's who I use. I love Charlie and his crew. But these bigger boxes that I've been buying, Granger usually comes up first. They have all sizes, and they hit you with a $6.99 delivery fee for 25 boxes. They're still cheaper, several dollars cheaper, even with delivery fee. But if you go, hey, wait a minute, give me 50 of those, they only charge you the delivery fee once. I ordered four of I needed 100, so I ordered 425s. They charged me $6.99 shipping for 4 sets of boxes. So I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but
Speaking of
man,
boxes, has anybody got their Ground Advantage boxes yet from Posh?
I haven't even got an email confirming that I sent them an email.
My wife sent an email the other day, and she hasn't. I don't know if she's gotten an email back or anything, but just wondering if anybody's gotten them yet.
When we were we were painting and putting down new carpet and stuff like that, Roberta's office used to be on the other side of my desk. It's now where the den used to be. Anyway, she needed a new desk, so I said, go find one, have it shipped to us. So she ordered it from Uline, and it's a nice heavy desk, old school desk.
Uline, damn, you got money.
Yeah. About once a week, we get a Uline catalog that's about, I don't know, 2 inches thick. And so I take it and put it on her desk and say, "Oh, you got a new catalog. It's like Christmas time here."
I don't have Uline money. I can't be ordering from Uline because they're too expensive shipping.
She looked at stuff on Amazon, and it was all through third-party shippers and things like that.
I think the last thing I ordered from Uline is that thing right there.
What's that?
Keep going. Yep. Nope.
What is that?
It's a bubble map holder. It mounts on the wall and holds bubble wrap. You see the bubble wrap hanging from it, like a nutsack. See it?
Oh God.
It'll hold 4 rolls of the bubble wrap.
You got to quit talking like that, and this is going to quit listening to your show. She's not used to such language.
I'm just reminding her that her show starts right after mine or her live. She needs to go ahead and paint her toenails and moisturize her feet.
Are you kidding? She goes outside and she just wallers around in the mud for about 20 minutes, walking around in the mud puddles.
That's the late night show. What are you talking about?
The late night. Oh, she's a dirty girl then.
Yeah. Dirty feet. That's late night. That's after hours.
Okay.
Dirty feet. But that's one of the best things that I bought. It's been on that wall for years now. I bought it right as we built the building, and to have bubble wrap where you can just pull it off the wall. And then I got lucky that that cabinets I bought at a yard sale for $10. That the 24-inch roll of wrapping the craft paper fits there. Right. And God for sakes, don't tell Johnny. I was like, I need to figure out a way to hang this roll right here. And she goes, you could just get those shower things. I'm like, don't tell her she helped me with that. But it's, man, I need to clean up today. I think today is, after I finish shipping, today is organized so that I can get ready to receive pallets.
Oh, Jesus. You're not getting into the pallet business, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I want to order 4. No.
He's going to sell.
I'll change that. And I'm going to tell her that you said she needs help. Johnny and Nissa said you need help. Pallets of Bed Bath and Beyond, Bath and Body Works sprays. So label, yeah, and also I don't like Sutter's Mill. That's you're correct, and I don't like putting them across the paper. So if I do, the one thing I do is make sure that the barcode the codes are so like the whatever the little QR code and the other one are flat. I do if I do anything, I make sure that the things can be scanned.
A lady at the post office one time told me that she said make sure it's over on one side of the seam or the other. She says because with it being across a seam, it could buckle up a little bit and
Right, tear
the sorting the
or yeah.
rip it off. That's what she said. Could pull it right off when it goes through a sorting machine.
So David said his wholesale orders come on pallets. I'm assuming that my wholesale orders are going to come on pallets. That's why I said pallets.
You do a
There you
forklift. You can get Jody a forklift.
I am not getting a forklift. I got a truck. I can just drag them up the driveway.
They have the place you're getting it from offers liftgate service.
Yeah.
So what kind of stuff you thinking about?
Well, wouldn't he have said
Whatever,
it if he
or
wanted you to know, Tom?
Things that they put in pallet boxes. That's what I'm thinking about.
are you looking at like large items, or are you talking about just like small stuff?
If you sell a tractor, you need one to get rid of it. How are you going to put a tractor on a pallet?
Oh, they do that all the time. Haven't you seen
They,
the YouTube videos where the guys buy them from China?
I saw the guy bought the Bugatti from China, and it came. It was all foam. It was made out of foam. I don't know how real that is, but
I know, John. So what they have to do, we've gotten a couple deliveries here. They actually have to turn around at the street, the street up here, and then back down 4 houses to get to the end of the driveway.
When we ordered that desk, it came in on it had to be assembled, and it came on a pallet. Okay, they guarantee the drop ship. They liftgate service is setting it off at the address. In our case, it was the end of our flipping driveway, so we had to get out there in the rain and move it. Well, it needed to be out in the rain anyway, but we had to get it moved so people could get into our driveway.
Yeah, so that's all they do, John, is they turn the semi around and back it down here. And there's it's a dead end street. There's nobody down here. Nobody cares if they put it in the middle of the road. Yeah, I got one, Dave. I got a pallet jack.
You can buy them at auction. I mean, like high bid for nothing.
A Chinese mini excavator.
Oh, did he? How did that work out? Is it just like a toy? Your 6-year-old uses it?
I've seen them in action. They seem to be pretty decent.
Sandy, speaking of mini out by you, there's a lady that raises mini cows that has invited Joni to go see the mini cows.
Oh, God, Scott, don't let her go. She'll wait till you've had a busy Friday night, and you'll go into the house, and one of them will be sitting on the couch, laying on the couch, and she'll be going, "Look,
Nope.
I found a dog sitting by the driveway."
Nope.
Yeah, we found that out.
Yeah, we're not going there. Nope.
I like animals, and they're cute. And my niece has got a couple of the mini cows and the mini horses, and that's just another mouth to feed.
He put a Tonka sticker on the side of it.
What did you just do?
But yeah, sales have been outstanding. So that's the other thing is that I've got to, since I was gone all day yesterday, I did get some listing done Monday night. It's really get things up, folks. I'm telling you right now, do what you got to do to get things up. The one thing that I'm fortunate is with using List Easier and building different stores. List Easier now rolled it out where no matter what plan you have, you can connect up to 5 eBay stores, and so that's been helping me. I've been doing a lot of one-offs. Mark, it might be you at this point. It might be you.
I used List Easier this week to list some
You and the Nits are
DVDs.
terriblest resellers ever.
I've got some video games. I got a yard sale this weekend, and I got a list, so I'll use List Easier for that. Seems to work great for that sort of thing,
Yeah.
unless you put it in the wrong category accidentally. I put new DVDs, not new.
Oh.
I put DVDs in the blank DVD category accidentally, and all the descriptions came back as blank DVD. So I had to delete that batch and start over. But
Yeah, I'm promoting at 6% mark.
I'm at 4.
And that's down. I was 9 or 10, so that's down from where I was.
I'm at 4 because all the lazy people are doing 2 or 3. Not the lazy people, the people who don't want to spend a lot of money. So I want one above what most people would do.
Mark, after a week, so I change my promotions every week, and so like anything I list this week will get promoted next week.
So you don't promote right away.
No, I try to take advantage of the 48-hour newly listed bump, and then
Okay.
because I feel bad if something sells immediately, and I'm like, can't believe I just gave eBay extra money on when it should have just sold.
I do it. I just do it right away.
Is there any reason to keep batches in? I don't get the schedule. I'm not a person that subscribes to you got to list something every day. Oh my God, let's go to all the trouble to make a draft, and then I'm gonna wait and list that draft tomorrow. Well, what if the only person who was looking for your item bought it today?
If you're batching up several different categories, and you don't have the time to go through and check each one to make sure that I can see leaving them in there for that, but otherwise,
or if I run out of
listing
time,
them right away, then it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, so if I'm running out of time, like if I'm like I got a stack of CDs here on the desk that these are going to get done today. Maybe I take pictures right after the show, start the batch, and then I want to look at the values of these, and so instead of just giving them a single price, I've got some that I'm going to do single price, but these are ones that let's find one that's a good one.
After you list, I don't see a reason to keep them around unless you want to verify.
Like this one, I'm gonna replace the case on it. New Order Brotherhood. If you knew New Order was an '80s band. I bet Steve's brother knows New Order.
It depends on who they are or what style of music.
I believe they were a punk band from the '80s.
Then he probably would know of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one there, somebody got $18.95 for that one. I don't want to put that one as 16. I knew that one. There's several punk bands that I bought yesterday, or not really punk, but more new wave music from not really punk.
You find some of that old punk or punk ska and ska music from the 90s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. It's pretty obscure. That stuff can sell really, really well.
I got that one yesterday too. That's another 80s group. It's worth about the same. It's about the same. So some of these that need to be looked up. Mike, I think it's about 48 hours on the new listing. That's why I said the 40-hour new listing bump.
A lot of those obscure bands, if you can find them, they had like more of a local popularity, but they were national, but were more like Pittsburgh put out a lot of punk bands in the early 90s. You'll find that those CDs are worth quite a bit now. I wish I had them still. I had a bunch from my brother's band and a couple other bands, but
yeah. So there's, so it's everybody goes. You got to have the best ones are the metal from the late '70s, early '80s. But then they forget about bands like that were popular but not popular. You know what I mean? They were popular but they weren't mainstream in the late '80s. That stuff was not produced in nearly the numbers, and so like those two CDs were really good for $1 yesterday. And they were the reason why I looked through the stack. I'm like, I can't see these CDs. I don't have my glasses, but I saw that new order or deck. I saw the other one. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm gonna look through this stack, and I ended up with like 8 CDs. There was all kinds of stuff back then, like that new Zach Williams. That's still sealed. I don't even know who the hell Pretty Ricky is.
Yes. Yes.
Looks like old school rap, maybe.
And if I know. So
That old school rap stuff, man. Those can do big money.
I sold a rap CD the other day for $75.
Yeah, some of that shit can do really well.
Becky, look at his butt.
Lay down.
Yeah, so it's 20 years ago. I know 20 years ago seems like yesterday, for God's sakes.
Well, we were just talking about 4 years ago. You know,
But
time goes starts getting really fast, Scott, when you get to be our age.
but it's amazing, going in thrift stores. So we went in 2 thrift stores yesterday. They were like within the same block. There was like one store in between them, and the one store we went in, and it was senior day. The lady asked me, was I 55? And I'm like, yeah, I'm 56. And Joni says, me too. And the lady looked at her like, there's no way. She's like, I'm like, ma'am, I've been putting up with her for 37 years. So she's at least 37 years old.
Which is at least 47, because I think the marriage age
And then
in Alabama is 10.
it's actually 16.
Oh, they raised it?
Joni's parents, she was 14, I think, and they had to go to Mississippi to get married. Oh Lord, something's happened. Ooh. Joni.
Probably heard Tom talking about her, and she's upset about it.
That's so.
Joni is young looking.
Joni meets people through the every Thursday when she volunteers at the cancer center, and there's a young lady who is, I guess she's in her mid-20s, on her second bout with cancer, and she's just announced that she's given up on chemo and just wants quality of life for her last little bit of time. We went out, and Johnny had cooked them some meals and stuff that we took out there the first time she was going through it, and yeah,
we're lucky, Scott.
Yeah, it's just sometimes life sucks.
Yeah.
But it was amazing that the one thrift store, it had Avon for $4 a tube, and they're worth $30, and then they gave them to me for $3 because it was senior day. What else did I buy in there? There was this little bitty stand. It looked like a miniature stand. I didn't know what it was. I just happened to. I'm like, wait a minute, let me look this thing up and see where it is. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I have my phone out here. Turned out to be a fancy saxophone stand that still had the tags on it, and the bag just doesn't have the box. I asked the lady, I'm like, can I see that? And Johnny goes, oh, that's so cute. I'm like, I think it was like $5. I'm like, all right, I'll take it. It sells used for like $59 a saxophone stand. I didn't know what it was. I can look up the name on it and then look on the tag and tell you what name it is. It's let's see, what else? Johnny got Pyrex lids in that store. Forget what else, but then the one next to it was so expensive we ended up not buying anything. So they had a DVD player, a Blu-ray player. They had it marked as is, no remote, no power supply, and this one takes a specific Sony power supply. $15. I'm like, what kind of crack do you have to smoke that you've got a Blu-ray player that you don't know whether it works or not? You don't have anything with it other than the Blu-ray player, and you go, well, no, what, $15? What the heck?
I can hear your cat, Tom.
Oh, can you?
Oh yeah, quite loud.
I can't.
I have you in my ear though. So.
Oh wait a
I'm
minute,
sorry.
I heard the cat pass gas. I heard it.
She is a lady. She would never do that.
Oh Lord.
You
But
know,
it,
I've sold bass drum, not bass drum, snare drum stands, just a stand. The bass, the foot part for a bass drum. I've sold those for some pretty good money on Facebook Marketplace.
you just got to be curious. I don't know. I'm not. My musical ability means I can put one of these CDs in the CD player. I don't. Uh, if I sing, it sounds like I'm herding cats or something.
Oh, so you're going to join my
I,
choir? You can't
I,
carry a tune if you had a dump truck to do so.
if I got an instrument, I grabbed the guitar yesterday. I'm like, Johnny, I'm gonna play you a song. It didn't have any strings on it, thank goodness. So that was nice. Okay, so get this: the same place that had a guitar with no strings for 25, they had all this high price stuff. We were in the Salvation Army in Fort Payne, Alabama. They had three Brother laser printers, $8 a piece.
Hmm.
Two out of three of those were the wireless models.
The wide format ones.
No, just the regular square ones.
Oh,
The
okay.
brothers that were print free forevers.
Okay.
They were all $8 each, so I grabbed all those. That was the one that Joni got that cool. She'll probably put it on TikTok. She's going to clean it today. It's a it was a Dutch made in Holland cast iron. Uh, Looked like a big, almost like the size of a serving tray, rectangular. Had some flowers and stuff on it. It was pretty cool. Um, she's like, I don't know if I want to pay. I really like it. I don't know if I want to pay $15 for it. I'm like, their comps at over 100 a quarter. Even if you use it for a month and decide that we're going to list it, it doesn't make any sense. If you like it, buy the damn thing. That's the one thing I love about thrifting and that kind of stuff and yard sales and things. If you get something and only decide to use it for a couple of weeks, you can. Okay, so I bought a pair of shoes yesterday for $10 right at the end of the flea market. Uh, they missed by half. I needed a half size bigger. They are Nike 270s. Okay, so the $10. These things look like they've been lightly worn. They sell used for $60. I haven't lost anything. I just list them today. Um, it's amazing that um, I don't. Am I the only one that thinks that way? Even if you need something for a couple weeks or temporarily, or I'm only going to use it for a season, the value in that item is still great enough where you're basically getting it for free. It's a rental. I can't be the only one. And then some of those stores had a couple pairs of Hokas. These Hokas looked like they had run the Boston Marathon about 7 times. They wanted $25. I'm like, are we looking at the same shoes? You're looking at the name, and I flip them over, and I can see through them. These are like air conditioner shoes. They're like screen shoes. I'm like, but you can't let it. The one thing especially to learn from yesterday and the carrying on is you got to be persistent. We knew we were a couple hours away from the house, and we knew we were taking a long way home, and I knew there was lots of stores that we were going to stop at. And just because one store was bad, you can't. It has anything to do with the next store. And the items. Some of them, because the people knew certain things, they would price the things they liked or the things that they thought had value higher. And okay, so somebody sold me a steam mop yesterday, a Bissell steam mop. It was $6, and I was happy to pay the $6. And she says, "That color's half price. It's $3."
Mm.
If you know the steam mop, the cap is worth like $19, and the screw that holds the handle on is worth $14. I'm gonna throw the rest of that bastard away. So I've got $3 in a screw and a cap that are gonna sell for about $36. Tom,
You
I'm
did.
not kidding you. The screw sells for. I'm not.
I'm not doubting you. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking you're filling up the landfill with plastic crap.
It's going to go to the landfill eventually anyway.
Yeah, because most people, those things quit working. They throw the stuff away.
That's probably why it's at the Goodwill in the first place, or the thrift store. probably quit working. Somebody, instead of throwing it away, they donated it.
Yeah.
Hey, there's the cap. 1650 plus shipping.
You know how many non-working things I get from the Goodwill?
Dang, that's some good. And you, so but that will pay for the whole shebang, and
I only paid $3 for it.
yeah, and you still got a couple more pieces you probably can pull off of it.
Okay, so the screw I lied. It's only worth $11.75 for that one screw. It wasn't 15. It's $11.75, and it sells over and over. That's 9 plus shipping.
It's just a little screw that goes in.
It's just that one screw. A screw that holds the handle on. I don't know why.
I mean, can't you find another screw?
There's your bolo for the day.
Is it anything special?
Hey Harley, it's only $11. I know you've paid more than that. There you go. There you go. There's my next dirty joke of the day.
But somebody doesn't want.
I thought it was a pretty.
Some people don't want. They don't want to. They want the exact part that goes into it.
Well,
they don't want to use aftermarket, or they don't want to go down to Lowe's and take it down to Lowe's and
That's
say,
what
"I
I'm
need
thinking.
a screw."
You could just go to Lowe's and get a screw. Couldn't you?
Okay, so the cap. The reason why you got to have the cap is because without the cap on it, it doesn't create pressure to make steam, and people lose that cap.
Cap. I get the screw. I mean,
how does it come out? I mean, why does that keep? I mean, I've sold that one 6 or 7 times. I don't. Every time I find that steam mop for $5, I buy it. I take those 2 parts off. Okay, you can. The end that holds the little mop thing on it, it's worth about 14. Sometimes I've got 3 of those right now, so I'll probably throw this one away. But yeah, the cap and the screw, for God's sakes. So parts. That's why I've said this earlier in the show. Parts are in demand, folks. If you can figure out, you know, a $5 Keurig has got a water tank on it, has got the little thing that holds the cup in it, and it's got the cup tray. If you keep nothing else but those 3 parts, the water tank's worth $20 to $25. The little thing on the bottom is probably $15, and then the little cup sells for $9.99 shipped, because I've sold a bunch of those. You know, sorry, Chris, I didn't mean to tell you a little gig there that I showed you to begin with. But it's, and if you, heaven forbid, you tear the machine apart and get the circuit board out, a lot of them have circuit boards that are worth $25. If it's working whenever you take it apart, and I got to where I was taking those things apart with a freaking multi-tool, just go cutting through them. Bzzz.
Well, you know, I've gone to, and I drive Roberta crazy. Because if I'm going down the road, like through a subdivision, and I see a wash machine or dryer with the actual knobs on the front of them.
Oh, the knobs are worth solid money. Yeah.
I will jump out, take a picture of the model number off the back of it, and I have a handy dandy little screwdriver that's got a wide head on it, and I just pop them knobs off. It drives her crazy, and they sell.
So they're giving this whole stove away for free, and you just take the knobs. Is that what you're doing?
I don't want to. I'm driving, you know, if I'm driving, especially if I'm driving her Mazda, I ain't throwing nothing in the back of that thing, because if it gets scratched in the cargo area of it, I'll hear about that for damn weeks. So, no.
So now they have to call some sort of somebody to come pick up the stove that's no longer useful to anybody.
You can't put stuff like that out in Mecklenburg County except on trash pickup day.
I tell you, so Beth is saying the same thing. Parts are selling like crazy right now, folks. It's because people don't have a lot of money for things, and if they can, my coffee maker works. It just needs this. They can, instead of spending, go look at it. You can't buy a Keurig in Walmart for less than like $70. If I can put a new water tank on my Keurig for $20, that means I got $50 to spend somewhere else in my house. Maybe that means $50 worth of groceries, right now, whatever it is, or gas or whatever. It's folks, the parts game right now. It's
and if you were a teenager, and you can get your parents to help you sign up for an eBay account, you could probably create a lucrative job just off of free shit, you know, an income instead of flipping hamburgers.
So there's a young kid. He lives in the town over. I met him several years ago. Dad runs a wholesale business online and does very well. But the young man decided that he wanted to do eBay. I think he was like 13 or 14, and decided his best way to get the eBay stuff is yard sales. Mom and Daddy start dragging him around the yard. Now Mom and Daddy buy just as much at yard sales as he does, and I ran into him about 3 weeks ago. You should see the Jeep this kid drives to high school. Mom and Daddy didn't buy this Jeep. eBay bought this Jeep. This and now he is using Daddy's connections to buy wholesale to sell on eBay. This kid is wicked smart. Uh, so much so that me and my buddy like, has the kid been around here? We need to get ahead of his ass.
Have you put a what do you call those things that the Apple people have? The air tags. You need to get one to stick on his Jeep so you can find out where the hell he's at, or get a dummy telephone and put 360 on it so
I
you
ran into
can
his
track
dad early in this yard sale season. I'm like, has he not discovered boobs yet? What the hell? And he goes, oh no, he's got a girlfriend. She goes with him. I'm like, damn it. That's not the way this is supposed to work. But it is amazing. It's out there. If you're a go getter and can, um, and it's really amazing to have supportive parents like that who go, you know what? Whenever the parents figured out the game, and I don't know how much they had to figure out because they were already into this kind of stuff. Mom would go one way and Daddy would go the other, and the son would be with one or the other until he could drive. And now the father and son go separate ways because they can cover more ground. Amazing story. I sit back and go, that's absolutely amazing. The internet crucifies Crazy Picker Life for teaching his kid how to make a living and make it in this world. Makes no damn sense whatsoever.
Nope.
My brother has a neighbor down in South Carolina, and part of the property that his neighbor owns used to be a junkyard, just automobiles. And his sons are like they're teenagers, like less than 17 years old. They've been going out there pulling parts off of those old cars,
Oh,
rusty as hell and
it
stuff
don't
like
matter.
that.
It don't matter.
And they're selling them like on. They got an order from a guy he has a rechroming business, and he said, "Send me an infant." And
It's people that are doing all this, spreading all this hate to YouTubers who are teaching their families and training their families up, are spending $200,000 at the local university to get an English degree. And have no idea what they're going to do. It's. I mean, it used to be the way, Tom.
yeah,
Okay, so it used to be the way. Tom, what does your dad do?
he's a land surveyor.
Uh, who owns that business now?
Well, my brother does now, but
Okay, then that's the way it's put. That's the way it's. My my great grandfather was a farmer. My grandfather was a farmer. My uncle is a farmer. It on that side of the family, that thing run. I mean, families teach families,
and see
but
that's the thing about you have. Okay, let's just say Jacob was a doctor, and he had a really good practice with other partners, and he was married and had a couple of kids,
damn, you're just killing me, aren't you?
and you know he got sick and passed. Well, his wife is going to have to sell that practice or his interest of the practice because she's not a doctor and she can't own it. That's the way it is with law practices, land surveyors, engineers, architects, all of that stuff. If you have to have a license, your family is screwed because if something happens to you, they can't take over the business unless you happen to be an architect or a lawyer or whatnot. And so like a guy I went to high school with, he has a master's degree in archaeology with a specialty in pre something Peruvian stuff.
So
But
when
you
you
know what?
graduate, instead of a diploma, did they give you a whip or something?
He he
That was fun.
his daddy said you can get a degree in whatever you want to. He said, but our business is we have a plumbing company, so they would work. He and his wife would run a truck until like the optimum weather situation for down in Peru, and then they would be gone for 4 months. They'd come back and they would be under houses and doing all that kind of crap. So it doesn't matter what your degree is. It's especially if it's something you really have a big interest in. Like I know Steve. He was distraught because he had to give up dance because he had to earn a living. But if you can, if like eBay, if you can make money with eBay and you can do the dream, then that's the best thing to do.
Steve, Riverdance has come back if you can really chase your dreams.
I hate that.
I don't know which Steve you're talking about, but
I
it
was talking
ain't
about
me.
you.
I did not want
Interpretive
to be
dance.
involved in interpretive
But
dance.
the one thing I know
I
about
wanted to be a comedian.
the one thing I know about this time right now is it has never been easier to
Then I
turn
found out I'm not funny.
to turn your interest, your side, whatever, into your main job. It's never, with the proliferation of the internet and all these things, and to be able to. So even if you wanted to do stuff back in the 60s or 70s, there was no real way to learn. Look how much you can learn how to do something on YouTube, for God's sakes. You
I
want
learned a lot from YouTube. A lot from YouTube.
you want to learn how to do. I mean, something's broken, but Beard, I can't buy the parts because I don't know how to fix it. Have you at least hit the YouTube search engine to see if there's somebody showing you how to take it apart? This ain't very difficult. You know, so, you want to know how to take the Keurig apart? Google the damn thing. There's a YouTube video showing you how to take one apart.
Probably
I know there is because
almost everything.
before I decided to just cut them open with a saw.
There's a guy that I like to watch who he replaces a lot of parts on cars, headlights and stuff like that. And he's got a lot of videos. He's like, okay, we're going to talk about replacing the driver's headlight on a 2008 Chevrolet Traverse. Don't take it to the dealership. And then he shows why, and he starts taking, because on the Traverses you had to take off the whole front end to get to the light bulb. But
that should be criminal, by the way.
It's on purpose, so
Yeah.
that you have to take it to the dealership.
Well, we had a Pontiac minivan, and you had to have a floor jack and jack up the back of the engine like against the firewall. You had to jack it up a little bit to get it so you could get a wrench in there. Because the wrench that they use in the dealerships are like $300.
So I answered your question down there, Mark. It's got like a thing on the end of the hole, so the paper roll that the bubble wrap's on comes up against it so that it does not fall off. And
If you got a stand, if you got this kind, the rolled labels, that's not toilet paper. Those are labels. A toilet paper roll holder, like you use in your bathroom, that's got the pushy ends on it. They work really good for those.
did UPS ever answer me about whether they're going to let me order supplies again? I checked Monday and I've still nothing.
Yeah, you got plenty of people who will just send them to you if you need them.
What?
Yeah, Jacob's already ordered some. He's going to give them to me next weekend.
Well, it asks what address you want to send it to, so if you needed somebody to order them, they could just send them straight from UPS to you.
It's just irritating.
You called, didn't you?
I called and I told him, I'm like, you can look at the pickups. I get daily pickups. You can see how much stuff ships out of here. Oh, because it looks like you don't even use the shipping. I'm like, third party. We'll note that, and they're going to look into your. Let's go to the all inboxes.
Those are fantastic boxes. I use them almost daily.
Package is delivered. Package arriving today. Heck, UPS has already been here today.
Hey, Dougie. Dougie.
Yeah, nothing. Oh, here you go. UPS on 9/10. What's the day? 7th.
Yeah, you called them a week ago
Yeah.
because you did it right after the show.
They said 1 to 4 business days. That was on the 10th.
Good luck.
Yeah. So I'm assuming I'm not going to get that anytime soon, unfortunately.
I would call them.
But it's, that's the thing I don't understand with resellers that tell you they can't find things. They haven't figured out the thing to sell. They haven't figured out, you can't. You go to a thrift store and you go, the things you're looking for either aren't there because you're looking for, Levi's jeans from the 80s. They never have them in my thrift store. And you trip over the coffee maker and everything else that you could be selling the parts off of because that's what's available in your area. But you've determined that you're going to be a clothes seller or the exact opposite. They don't have those things, but there's clothing there that's worth a fortune that you walk by. It's amazing the curiosity that people do not have to figure out what something is. How can I find it? What's in my area?
I went to a yard sale, and it's just knowledge of things. And my wife was actually the one with the knowledge. She found it. But the second day of one of those real big community yard sales, second day, and this lady had soft soap sitting out there, which with the little fish on.
Oh yeah, because the different flavors they didn't make anymore, and those are collectible, and people pay good money for those things.
$30 for 3 little bottles of soft soap that I got. But my wife was picking up something else she was selling, which I won't say, but she recognizes a discontinued item, and she said, I think those are discontinued, and I wasn't going to buy them, because I didn't have any service there to look them up, and I remembered that they were discontinued, so I said I'll take them home. Yeah. $30 for, and I think I paid $1 a piece for them.
It's amazing that people love a scent of a product, and so they will pay more
to have the soft soap bottles with a fish on them. Didn't matter which the fish was either.
Or a certain color blush. Because I had 6 bottles.
Even more, yeah.
I had 6 bottles of Mary Kay that was given to me that was discontinued. And this lady from, I'm assuming it was a lady. I guess that's being homophobic. But anyway, this person in Wisconsin.
Never mind.
Wisconsin bought them.
You've been banned for being
homophobic. $1 a pop.
I had to ban you temporarily for being homophobic.
Okay. She bought all of them for $35 a pop because she liked that color and she couldn't find it anymore.
It's with scents, it's with formulas of lotions, it's all those things people.
Deodorant.
So I picked up a deodorant yesterday. It'll be in the video. It was $1. It is currently listed for $37.
I can tell you, women especially.
Oh, Beard, you can never sell it for $37. Well, I sold 5 of them on Monday for $37, so I got a feeling this one's going to sell too.
I had a friend contact me a couple of years ago because she knows we were doing a lot of discontinued at the time. She couldn't find the deodorant that she wanted, and she was willing to pay $30 a stick for that. It was a stick deodorant. Now I never was able to find any, but
this one's a jail. Yeah. Let's list it. Oh, I didn't list it because there's 2 different scents. I don't know what scent mine is, but it was $1. It was the same one. The $1. I picked up these 4 CDs. I picked this one up for Harlan because he's such a Backstreet Boys fan. But these are sealed CDs that were laying there for $1. I did not. Let's see if I got ripped off. I did not look up the Backstreet Boys, for God's sakes.
Bye.
Holy shit! I should
Don't
ban you
quit
for
your day
that.
job, Tom. That was pretty bad.
I
To
should
be
ban you.
honest.
I should
As I
definitely.
said earlier in the show, I can't carry a tune if I had a dump truck. While he's looking, since I'm having, as you know, I'm expecting my first grandchild, but it's going to be
What's
a
the
boy.
ground sign? What's the ground sign?
Grandson, my grandson, that's due at the end of September.
Shit. I thought you'd be on great grandchildren by now.
Kiss my ass. Yeah, most of my friends have great grands, but anyway, it's been my son's 29 years old, 28 years old. It's been a while since we've looked at baby clothes.
$10.
Baby clothes. I can buy me a pair of jeans for the price of some of these daggum blue jeans for less than a year old. And then I look at them, on eBay and whatnot, and they go for some fairly decent money used.
Okay, so Josh is in here. Josh, you've been struggling. Don't forget tomorrow at 12 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. Put us on your calendar. We don't want to hear you tomorrow say, "Oh, I got to do this." Put us on your calendar. Come visit your friends for 1 hour.
I sold a Taylor Swift CD yesterday for $10.
So there's Taylor
Any
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Any Taylor Swift is good, but the one from 2006, there is
My son
a
found one of those.
yeah. So 2006, you learn these things. There was a lyrics change of some sort, and they redid it out in 2008. If you find the 2006, it's worth like 3 times what the 2008's worth. It's the one with just her face on it. She looks real young.
Wasn't that her debut album? I think.
Yeah, she's got.
He got like $25 for a used one, and
She's old now.
new, man. If you find those new, they're big money.
Yeah, I've got one. I found one used the other day. I've got it listed, but mine was
Some
the 08.
Walmarts. Some Walmart. I'm going to give you a little hint. Now, I've never been able to find one myself, but some Walmarts still have old CDs in them, and I've heard tell that people have found them in some of those old Walmarts. You know, the out of the way single door type Walmarts.
In lower Missouri, Kansas, all those places.
Look through the CDs there. Not just saying her. There's other CDs that might be worth some money.
Correct. Yeah, most new CDs are worth $8 to $10 anyway. I mean, and they sell like this Backstreet Boys. It sells pretty good. I just looked it up. I don't know what this one is. It was new too for $1. As Seen on TV. The Songs of Love, Songs for Life. Okay.
As Seen on TV. Boy, that brings back memories.
Let's see if the beer did good or bad. Somebody pre-owned just sold it for $7.
That's Taylor Swift Reflections. That's the one I just sold for $10. It was out of the Goodwill bins. I mean, I didn't pay anything for it. So
they give them to you free at the Goodwill bins?
No, it's supposed to be $1 for media, but I accidentally left it in the weight bag, the pound by pound bag, and a CD weighs 4 ounces. So
eBay scammer.
I might have done that on purpose accidentally.
Yeah,
if you're buying one CD, I'm not gonna,
that floor wax. That if you find the yellow cans of floor wax, that becomes stupid money. Yeah, so Javis, about 2 years ago now, I was in Aliceville, Alabama, at a little bitty store. They had 10 of them in the store.
I've never been able to
find
myself
choking back. I can feel myself choking back tears. They were $150 a can. I'm like, ooh.
I've never found one. I've tried. We went all over looking for them.
Remember the gold? I think it was you, Scott, that was talking about a discontinued can of gold spray paint that was being discontinued, and it was going for crazy money. And I actually found one up in Morganton, and at a dealership there. And my niece went over there and bought it, and but she sold it on her. I mean, she sold it on her eBay store. But That was the best $100 she made ever made, and it sold fast too.
I'm on the phone with Joni, and she's like, "What are you carrying on about?" I'm like, "These 10 cans of floor wax." She's like, "And?" I'm like, "They don't make them anymore, and they're worth $150 a can."
Ba-boom.
And I gotta go get a bass, and she's like, "You better hurry up for somebody else gets them." I'm like, "They've been in this store for years. Ain't nobody coming to get them today but me."
See, that's my luck. They'd been in this store for years. Oh yeah, we just sold those yesterday. Fuck.
But a good rule of thumb is like Scott talking about the saxophone holder. If you don't, most people are pretty,
They
they
won't
know
look
where
it up.
stuff's at. If you don't know what it is, look it up.
I had no idea what that thing was, but I'm curious enough to go. Wonder what the hell is that? It was like G and N, G and something. I forget. It had some initials on it. My eBay search is on the other phone, and I don't want to walk out to the van and get it. Yeah, it's not on here. It was.
If you don't know, look it
Let's
up.
look up saxophone stand. Nope. Started with a G. What the heck? A bunch of Hercules. These are all cheap.
Hercules.
Hercules. I typed in instead of doing eBay.com. I just did eBay, and first of all, it comes up as Shopify, then Poshmark, then eBay. Don't you love Google?
And so here's another one. So when we were in Somerville, Georgia yesterday, and I have not been to one of these stores in quite a while. Have I ever found one of those curved coffee makers? Yes, I've got two of them right now. One of them's listed. They
kind?
are. You're talking about the Phillips and Sayo coffee makers? I think that's what he's talking about. The Phillips and Sayo. They're about $150 each. I think I've got one listed. But so we went into one of these because it was beside the grocery store, United Outlet, one of those bin stores. Anybody been to one of those lately?
Nope.
So they had a bin full of books, and I'm like, okay, it's dollar day. I'll stand there and scan books. I filled up an entire blue bag full of books yesterday. $1 a book.
Those places are really good for finding decent books. Really good.
I mean, so you walk
nobody
in
wants to
and
look at them.
it's dollar day. There's people got lots of stuff, but everything's out of boxes. Everything looks like a rat's nest mess. But there's nobody at the books but me. Me and Johnny at the books, and I'm like, I'd scan one and I go, oh look, there's this one, and I kept showing her the ones that were worth money, and she'd find them in the bin. It was a pretty good team effort.
I would.
I'd scan them, and she'd help me find all the extras, and so because there was always more than one book or the same book.
I always would go with that Sell Back Your Book app and just scan books that way because I didn't feel like sending them into Amazon or anything like that. But it's instant money when you do that. Not instant. You wait till they get them, but.
So I think that Phillips is listed on my eBay store. Let's go see it. It's been a while. I know it's in the building. Let's go see.
I have one of those under the counter can openers, but it's completely yellowed, and I thought I might do that. What they do with video games with the peroxide and stuff. So I'm gonna try it because I don't know if anybody's gonna buy it as yellow as it is. It's
okay.
rough,
So
but
no
I got it
wonder
out of the bins.
I have not sold it because it's not listed. Damn it!
It's vintage. People will buy it, Steve.
Yeah, this one's pretty yellow though.
I've sold some that were. I washed the nicotine off of them, and still sold them because this guy wanted them for his RV and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know they're worth good money. Those Black and Decker under the counters, but.
So I will try to get you a picture, Kevin, when I'm in the storage building today, because I need to list that thing.
What is he talking about? The curve.
It's called a Phillips and Sayo. I'll look it up. I'll show what it looks like. Alrighty. All right. Live stream, share media. Not share media. Damn it. Share stream. All right. So, are y'all ready?
Go ahead.
Ooh. We'll make it bigger now. That's what they look like.
Why does he call it curved? Oh, I see. Okay.
See how it's curved right there?
I've never seen one in the wild. So
I've got one in the storage building. Even for
if I ever
parts,
do,
they're asking for parts.
I'll watch for it in the bins and stuff, but I've never seen one.
And they do sell. There's 129, 179, 129.
They use K cups.
No, they use their own special discs that are made just for them.
Oh God, you talking about like they're like it's I'm gonna say circular, and it's got a piece of cotton fiber on one side, and then the coffee, then another piece on the top, and you just stick the whole thing in there.
Yeah,
that the kind of stuff it uses.
Yeah, if I saw one of those at a yard sale, so I'd definitely look it up because it's different.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen one, so
that's your hint for the day. Oh, look at that.
Scott has just been full of bolos today.
I might have a Bigfoot as mine too. Let me see if I can. No. Oh, it didn't show up this week. Never mind. Must have to do it every time. Oh, because I'm from the other show, from the other link. That's why I bet.
So if y'all were not here on Friday, did y'all miss some fun on Friday?
I fell asleep during the show.
So Friday night we got into AI.
Yeah, Dave was really getting into it, and then Tom was the butt of the joke for most of the time. But.
Yeah, assholes.
Yeah, y'all miss Angry
I love
Tom.
you like brothers, though.
Y'all miss Angry Tom in the Volkswagen.
Y'all were just hostile.
Gang member Tom.
Gang member Tom. Y'all miss that. Gang member Tom was pretty solid.
Y'all were just mean, but that's okay.
Yeah, it was, but it was just very interesting how much stuff was still. You wander through these thrift stores and stuff that's out there. One of them bought bulk cups, metal cups, and so they had like 4 or 5 different Yeti styles or Stanleys. They were all $6 or $7 each. Some of them had a company name or logo on them, but none of that stuff bothers me. If you wanted to, folks, look up the lids for the price of a lid for a Yeti cup. There was money to be at $7. There's money to be made selling the lids.
Davis says if you ever find a flat globe at a sale, buy it without looking it up. Wait, isn't that called a map? I'm just asking.
So
Maps aren't round.
So Javis, next time you fly somewhere,
if it's flat, it would no longer be a globe.
Make sure you carry a globe with you and ask the pilot to show you the route he's going to take on that damn globe.
Well, that's not a good good suggestion because, like, if you fly from Charlotte to Milwaukee, you probably fly from Charlotte to Buffalo, New York, to St. Louis, Missouri, up to Milwaukee.
18 Etsy orders? Are you serious?
Depends on what you're selling on Etsy. It can be.
I don't even have an account, much less sold something on Etsy.
I've sold a few over there, not recently though. But I have a couple things. I'm thinking about listing my chickens over there.
Did you sell handmade stuff, or did you sell off the rack stuff, Tamara?
Can it just be vintage on Etsy, or does it have to be handmade? Or
it can be vintage, it can be handmade, it can be like supplies for crafting. It can. They haven't expanded it over the years. As people sell vintage T-shirts over there.
When I think about it, I think about just straight. You've got to make it to sell it over there.
Now Tamara might be selling all vintage, but it doesn't have to be. I'm going to sell these over there.
All right, Tamara, what's your store on there? Are you Yellow Brick Road over there?
Wait, where's
Yellow
the
Brick
one? Can't find it. I lost it. I made these 70s style refrigerator magnets.
My mom had a set of canisters from
I'm going to make
Sears
canister magnets too.
that had those mushrooms all over them.
And those are worth quite a bit of money today. My wife found a whole set a couple years ago. But that'll be an Etsy item, as well as I'm going to make a girl too, but we're making this one I designed last night. It'll be a refrigerator magnet, and then it'll be a girl facing the other way.
What do you use to do the graphics?
Hey, James, would that be your?
I asked ChatGPT to make me a knee hugger elf, and then I took it over to Nano Banana and changed all the coloring. And I'll take Nano Banana and ask it to make a girl that looks like this, so that it's the same style and everything.
What do you use to make the blueprint for the printer to print?
There's a program on the printer that does this type of. You just import a JPG or a PNG, and it's a keychain, but you can make it into a magnet too. So anyway, that's what I'm going to start trying over on Etsy to see how they work.
Go ahead and say it, Jay, but he needs to.
I have a list. Me and Barry sat down one night. I want to do vintage retro type stuff.
Make a pineapple, but it hooks to the key ring from the bottom, not the top.
I'll send you one.
I'm gonna have to investigate this Etsy thing, because I'm looking here like at coffee makers, and the prices are much higher than any other. So do you find that you get higher prices on Etsy than you do other platforms, Hammer?
Hey, Sandy, there's a hen-on nest magnet. That one's 3D. This one is my own design too. There's the magnet.
Because I'm looking at these
Those have
vintage
been selling
coffee
really
makers.
well.
I've got several vintage coffee makers that should do. The prices are much higher over here than they are.
Grams and Pops. If you use the keychain maker thing, this was I made 6 of them in 4 hours, so they go pretty quick. The elf was 45 minutes by itself, but if I make multiple, it shouldn't be that bad.
You raise your prices 20% on Etsy. So what are Etsy's fees then? Are they comparable to everybody else's fees?
Comparable, yeah.
So Tamara, we're gonna have you on here to tell us about.
20 cents a listing, though.
I think that'd be very interesting. Nobody talks about Etsy that I'm aware of. It'd be very interesting to have someone come on and tell us about selling on Etsy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money to be made there. You can even sell, like if I wanted to, I could sell the file for this so that other people can make it. And
I want you
get
to
$3
do
or $4 a file.
One night, Steve, I want you to do it. If you want to do it private, fine. If you want to do it live, that's fine too. A show that's talking about your endeavor into 3D printer. No, not this is your center, but just general stuff.
Steve, this is what you should be selling on Etsy. It's making some vintage Halloween magnets, stuff like that.
Yeah, I could do that. I have a formula in Nano Banana. I ask it to use the same style. So actually ChatGPT, I asked it to make. I actually used Nano Banana. Stole this off of Etsy picture of a plate. I'll show you the original. The original was more detailed.
The Sears mushroom canister set is very popular. I bet you can make magnets of those.
Oh yeah, that's on the list. It's right there.
My mom had a set of those for years.
It's on the list. I want to make retro ones, but so Nano Banana took the picture off that plate, removed the background, and gave me this, which is a little too complicated for the 3D printer. I couldn't get it to print very well. And then I asked ChatGPT to simplify it, and it gave me that. And then I took Nano Banana and just changed the coloring the way I wanted it. So ChatGPT is great for coming up with the item, and then Nano Banana is great for changing things about the item. So, and they're fully. I mean, that's a decent looking print there. It didn't have boots originally, and I wanted more green, so I asked it to add boots. It was just all red there. So
is it flat finished, or is there any kind of textures in it? on the face of
The
it.
face is I'll print them face down because I like it that way better. So there's
Okay.
a little bit, but I have a special plate that it's not a deep texture. You can't even see it.
Right.
And I have a smooth plate too, but I don't like it. I don't like the way it comes out.
And when you talk about plates, that's the piece that goes on the very bottom of your 3D printer. Sorry, Scott. Don't mean to hijack your show.
Listen
It's
here,
not reselling.
listen here, Mother Scratcher. Okay, so
So
I'm
this
just
is
reading the. So for
I
those
like
of you
this
like
one
me
because of the.
who don't know Etsy, so Etsy charges you
Timmy.
Etsy charges you 20 cents per item. The fee is charged and renews every 4 months. There is a transaction fee of 6.5% of the total sale price, includes shipping and everything. There is a 3% processing fee plus a quarter if you use eBay Etsy payments, which I guess most people would. And then there's an offside ads fee that looks like you have no control over.
You don't have to use that.
So you can turn that off.
Yeah, I don't
It
use
says,
it.
it says if you're sold through an offsite ad, they charge you 15% for that. If you sold less than 10 grand, if you're over 10 grand, it's 12%.
As far as I know, you don't have to use the offsite ad. I don't list on Etsy enough. I'm going to start.
No, it's per item, 20 cent. Okay, do you pay? I mean, do you have like a store fee? And then if you sell something that's 20 cents,
I didn't see it. I asked Jim and
No,
I.
listings are 20 cents. Every listing is 20 cents. And if once that listing renews, it's another 20 cents. You can turn off the renew.
what if you have multiple items? Like one listing, you've got multiple of them.
So eBay
it's
mentioned
20 cents a pop.
I told it to compare eBay and Etsy and eBay. The eBay had
20
mentioned
cents just for one listing. For
the store
listing.
subscription. There must not be a subscription fee.
No. No.
Very nice. That's very interesting. I did not have Etsy on the discussion today.
It's a great platform for depending on what you're doing. I bought my wedding ring off of Etsy.
Roberta's bought a
Was
bunch
that
of
great?
the t-shirts that I have. It's like cruising. It's got our names on it and all that kind of stuff. Cruising together through life, and Roberta's bought all of those.
Are you disgusted that my wedding ring is green? Marcia's matches.
Wait a minute.
Her engagement ring also has green in it. What did
It's
you
a good thing
expect?
It's a good thing she's very good at reselling and just kind of carries you along, or else I'd have to say something bad.
There's a guy named Minter Richter is who I bought this off of on Etsy, and that's all he makes. They're titanium, and they're super good quality. This is my second one because I gained too much weight. My original
Hold
doesn't
it up
fit.
hold it up to the camera. This is kind of scary.
Are y'all married?
Yeah,
Are y'all married and we didn't know it?
but it's titanium, so you can't resize them. That's the only issue.
Right.
You heard it
That's
here first.
300
Tom
bucks.
and Steve are married to each other. Y'all heard it here first.
We're married, but not to each other.
Sad people.
I don't think you would be cutting them $1,000 check, but it
Well, he's
depends on how
talking
many
about-
items you got.
Well, he's talking about transferring his whole ephemeral store over there would cost him $1,000.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how well it would do. I know there's people who only sell on Etsy,
Damn
I
lag.
know.
Things like this would definitely do better on Etsy than say eBay.
I'm gonna give you something here with your 3D printing. Roberta, you know how you can find the name tags at novelty stores like Tom and Steve and Scott. She can never find anything with Roberta on it.
All right. Well,
So look at LaQuisha might be another one. All these.
there's a
odd
lot of
names.
people on Etsy making that already.
Or they-
Yeah.
I've never really looked at Etsy. I don't know.
I would think Vintage Memories. I would think you do not have to refund USPS because I think they only do it after a certain amount of time. So
I've had that happen too, and then it got delivered like within a couple days. It was 30 days out or something. It was
yeah, once
quite
you cross
a long
30 days,
delay.
that's the number I was going to say. Once you cross 30
I
days,
think it's 30 days.
it's failure of service. So you don't.
No, that was during that really bad Christmas season that we had where they were losing a lot of packages. And then they finally got, it was probably closer to 60 days that people finally got their package. But I never gave the money back. Why would I? And they never said anything about it. Because there's other packages they don't cover. So I said, screw it. I had one, I still have one that I haven't appealed again. I've appealed 2 or 3 times now. That clearly they lost it, but they still won't, they said my proof of value isn't enough. So, and I've done it the same way every time. So they gave the customer, and I don't even know if that's ever been delivered now. It's probably too late to check. I'm going to go find out.
I've got a question that I got to go. I got to get on a call. Is there a place that you, like if you have a picture or something, or you sit down and you do a little picture, and you take a picture of it, is there a place you can check to see if that image is copyrighted anywhere?
I don't know. Probably.
All right, so somebody in the chat, do you know? Hey, Phil, that's good to hear, man.
Good tech. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
We need some good news. When Joni hit me with that text, it's kind of depressing.
That's a bummer. Ask chat lag.
And did we have a moment of silence for Robert Redford passing yesterday?
I thought he died years ago, to be honest with you.
Honestly. I did too.
Wait, he was still alive? I did not know that.
Yeah, it was 89.
That's crazy. Because he's been out of acting for so long, as far as I know.
You've sold Graham Stitch. They've done vintage on Etsy too.
Vintage can sell well over there.
Hey, Pat D's.
Good morning, Patricia.
Yeah, I'm way past my.
Pat's the big deal 3D printer. He's got like 3 of those machines, don't you, Pat?
Yeah,
He's got 4.
If we wanted to know,
I have 1.5.
Why are we doing discount Pat here, Steve, when we could have a professional like Pat on here talking about print? Because Steve shows up and Pat never shows up.
That's right.
Thank
you.
Steve.
Maybe one of y'all should get together and do a 3D printing video one night.
That is actually in the works.
So thank you for showing up every week. Unlike Pat, who doesn't show up.
I show up because I don't know why I show up, to be honest with you. I really haven't figured that one out
yet. Same here, Steve. Yeah.
You're just going to change the morning show name to the Liars Club because it's just a bunch of old men on there.
At 69 3/4, I got nothing better to do than do a show with Scott.
Yeah, because you're not going to listen any more than like 20 minutes a day, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if he does an hour, I get an emergency alert.
4 hours a week deal.
He'll pass out.
4 hours a day. Come on, man.
He's never worked 4 hours a day. Even when he was a teacher.
It says the payee may accept the article and reimburse the U.S. May.
Old man and me, Jay, but you're not.
Yeah, right. He's
I thought he was.
He's at least my age.
I thought he was about your age.
Yeah.
All right, I got to go. I got to make a phone call. We'll see y'all later. Have a great day. Thanks, Scott. Even with all the bullshit, thanks for having the show. Bye, everybody.
Dang, he went out too fast. I was going to hit him with one of these.
What the F did he just say?
Was that the one y'all want to hear?
What the fuck's he saying?
But it's...
Happy birthday, Jabez. What are you, 82, 83?
I thought he was like 60. He's got to be at least 60 because he couldn't figure out tech trying to join us one night. So But it was just struck yesterday by the sheer amount of stuff. Especially, take yourself to a flea market. You'll be amazed that this one had a lot of people there selling fruits and stuff. The 2 pounds of grapes are the best thing I got. They're going to be awesome. I already ate a bunch last night. And I'm going to eat a bunch this morning and test my luck with what the old man said.
I just did Nano Banana, and it made a perfect girl for this guy. So I love Nano Banana.
So if you missed the Friday night show, more comedy. What are you doing with your life on a Friday night? But we really talked a lot about Gemini and the built-in Nano Banana. In the last couple of weeks, folks, if you've tried ChatGPT or some of these others, it has a hard time spelling. It has a hard time doing revisions. It has all these things. Nano Banana has fixed a lot of that. Look at the thumbnail on this video and how cool that is. It made.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You can tell it. We had it make Tom into a gangster rapper, and he said he'd never driven in a Volkswagen, so we put him in a Volkswagen Bug. Then somebody had him. Dave put him hanging out the window, flipping us off. It was the stuff that Dave was making Tom just from a screenshot off of the screen, and then letting Nano Banana just make craziness.
It's changed a lot for me because, especially doing the 3D printing, and I wanted to design something like this.
From NFL
really? I don't have to try to figure out how to do it anymore. I just ask Nano Banana to do it. Computer, home.
So speaking of Taylor Swift, fans think she's about to drop the signed version of.
Okay, what's that mean? And we spoke about Taylor Swift about an hour ago.
That'd be an opportunity to sell because I bet people are going to be looking for it who want it.
Any Taylor Swift stuff is an opportunity. If I see Taylor Swift CDs at a yard sale, and they're $1 or $2, I'll pick them up without even looking them up because I know they're at least $10.
I don't know if it was on camera or not. I have to look at it when I'm editing the video, probably tonight or tomorrow. Johnny comes up to me and says, "There sure are a lot of people selling snacks, like snacks and stuff, like Little Debbie cakes." And she says, "And laundry detergents and stuff at really good prices. Where did they get all this stuff? Is it hot?" I'm like, "No, it's not hot."
They huge Little Debbie theft ring going on.
It's closeouts, it's overruns, it's short dates, it's whatever. And yeah, Johnny's immediate reaction was, "Is this stuff stolen?" But there were a lot of tool sellers. I noticed that a lot of tool sellers. Yeah, Corey, 100% correct. I didn't think to tell her that one about couponers and stuff.
Oh, those couponers are crazy.
So Johnny ended up with peaches and about 4 bags of Little Debbie snacks. I'm like, really? She's like, there's only 2 pieces of Pyrex in this whole place, and they were all banged up terrible. But there might have been more earlier. We didn't get there early enough, unfortunately.
Interesting.
Like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. All right, we have 11 minutes left. What do y'all want me to tell y'all for 11 minutes?
Apparently nothing.
Well, remember, they're like 18 seconds behind us. I know my something I ordered from Supply Hut is here. So they're actually fairly quick as well. I ordered these on Saturday or Sunday, and they're here today. They were here in the middle of the show. I don't even know what I ordered. Let's go see. Oh, bubble mailers. For my bubble mailers. So I was looking. So this is a good one here. If you're selling bubble mailers, so I needed bubble mailers for the CDs and DVDs that I'm selling, and SupplyHut.com was the cheapest. By $6 or $7, they were the cheapest. And then when you throw a 5% code on top of that, I think I ordered the 400, which that code saved me $6 or $7. Let's go look. Supply Hut. Because I ordered the DVD mailer. All right, let's sign in. Sign in. Log in. All right, what did we order? It was $70.21. I ordered the 7.5 by 9.75 craft bubble mailers. I ordered a case of 500.
Nice.
They were with the discount and everything, including the free shipping. They were $70, $70.21.
Oh, that ain't bad.
So I gotta find a calculator. So I'm not smart enough to do that without a calculator. All right, so
I'm not smart enough to do it with a calculator.
That made those bubble mailers 14 cents each. That's pretty cheap, folks. The cheapest, I think the cheapest one I could find was about $82. They were about $8 or $9 higher. So
I'm still going through those Walmart ones that we got a few years back. I don't sell a lot of that kind of stuff, more than I used to, but yeah, a lot of those. I went to 4 or 5 Walmarts just to get them.
So here's somebody's got 500 of these. Three RB, they are $90. So that's, I saved 20 there. You can get them from
3RB is good for some things.
So for Supply Hut, you can get them on eBay for their standard $73.90. But why would you do that when you can log into their website and save 5% and get them for $70? Save your $3. Yeah. And there's a couple others, but they're in the $80, $81 range. So not only are they the cheapest, but then save $3 more if you use a bunch of them. I decided to order 500 too because I'm selling quite a few, and I'm going to use them. That's the DVD size will work for the CDs as well. So that's instead of having DVD envelopes and CD envelope, I think the CDs would have saved me like 1 cent each. I'm like, you know what? I'd much rather order one and just deal with one envelope than two. JT, it is crazy. If you order before like 3 o'clock, I have been getting the large Granger boxes the next day. It's been insane. Well, Tamara, thank you so much. They are my favorite boxes. I checked them first. Unfortunately, they don't have the biggest boxes. Let's see the largest box they have. That's where I get my record. All these records that I'm selling. See, their largest box they have listed is they have a 12-12-4, a 12-8-4, 14-8, 16-12-4 is the largest. So, and then the one thing I do like about Granger is very easy to get box of 20. I just need 25. I just need 10, whatever it is. They have some smaller for the big boxes. Like I said, I need a vacuum cleaner box. I think I told you those were fairly reasonable. You're slowly building a good assortment. Because like I think it was what $35 is what 864 100 of those cost on Supply Hut. That's a cheap. I mean that's hard to beat.
I get my 864s with my eBay coupon, which you should use here by the end of the month.
Yeah, I think I used mine already.
I usually use it at the beginning of the quarter so that I don't forget.
So if you need to know how to do it, it is a reminder. It's under marketing. Go down to subscriber discounts.
Yeah, redeemed. It'll tell you if you redeemed it or not.
When you I have not used mine.
Better use it.
What?
Yeah, I just got poly mailers with mine.
I'll buy different things with it, but generally it's the 864 or the 4. Well, I don't buy the 4x4x4 boxes anymore because they went way up. So you got to spend too much money to get them.
How am
So
I
I just
telling
buy
people
those
to
from
use their
somewhere else.
coupons and I have not used my own coupon?
It's the way it is, isn't it?
The last couple times I've ordered 12 by 16, 12 8s. But because I downgraded my store from 50 to 25. Okay, so that's an interesting one. That's why I thought I'd use it, because I used the $50 coupon, then I downgraded my store, but then they gave me a 25 on top of it.
No shit. It's good to know.
So if those of you who are thinking about downgrading, make sure you use your coupon, then downgrade, then get the next coupon. That's winning right there. That's what that is. I generally don't have 12.66 boxes. Maybe I'll order them.
There's a 6 by 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, I think, on eBay that I like. I'll get those as well. I like smaller boxes from them because they're a decent quality. And I can't find smaller boxes locally.
What do you need smaller boxes locally when you have Supply Hut?
Well, I do buy some of my stuff from Supply Hut, but like especially for like my chickens, I'll send those out in a 4x4x4 because they fit really nice, and I get those from like a Supply Hut place. I don't remember where I got my last ones, but probably not Supply Hut. But
Do you put little holes in it so the chickens can breathe on their way?
yes,
Okay. It's important. So if you get a box from Steve that's got holes in it, he's just taking care of your chickens.
no, I seal them up tight, so you might get a dead chicken.
Yeah, pool noodles work great, Tamara. I like using pool noodles. I've got a bunch of them over there. I bought at the yard store.
Yeah, I used to use them a lot, but I haven't used them that much lately.
I actually sent out a VCR the other day and forgot to use pool noodles. What am I thinking?
I just use my air pillow machine and wrap the hell out of it with those. They're not live chickens. Flag.
All right, so check out Primo at lunch today. The newest member of the Triple P. He'll be at noon, 1 Eastern, 12 Central. It'll be a good time. If other than that, we'll be back Friday night. I will try to get the video up of me and Johnny at the. Mainly, it's just me walking around talking because Johnny walks away, and I don't even catch back up with her until I get done, which is kind of weird. And then you get to hear the guy who's selling grapes. He was pretty funny.
I will not be putting any videos out.
Damn it, Steve.
I should, but I don't.
All right. I wonder what this button does.
For more awesome content, like and subscribe now.